Coach, appreciate you joining us. Going to kind of have you rack your brain a little bit here and think all the way back to that Sam Houston game in the season opener. Kind of your thoughts on how that game went. Obviously, you play a rival right out of the gate, and you get some good experience for your girls on your home pitch. Talk a little about kind of how that went, kind of your message to the team following that game.
Yeah, I mean, playing against Sam Houston is obviously a big game for us. It's a fun rivalry that we've had for a very long time, and going back to that game, I think we were just excited to be on the field and to play someone other than ourselves. But there was a lot of high energy. We had a lot of great chances, and I thought we played really, really well. We got scored on in the first half, and I was really, really proud of how the team responded to that and the character that they showed to fight all the way through the second half and to get the equalizer. And then, frankly, almost, winning the game at the very end as well. So I was really proud of the team at that moment, and we definitely had a lot of good things that we could build on from there.
And Coach, right now you're kind of halfway through kind of one of those early season road swings, so to speak. Talk a little bit about your previous two matches. Obviously, you're at Tulsa, you're at Arkansas State. A lot of great things to pull out of that. I mean, strong starts all the way through, just a little bit of difficulty being able to close. Kind of what has been the approach, I guess, at practice in order to try to be able to take those wins late?
Yeah, I mean, in both games, we, came out the gate really, really strong and, played some really, really good soccer in both games, through the first half. And then in both games, once again, just a small, mental lapse, I think, where we got scored on. And I think going into training, just wrinkling out those little things of, learning how to finish out games and being mentally strong and, being smart within the game to where we can manage it as much as we can to finish those games out so that doesn't happen again.
And Coach, obviously in your first season back in Nacogdoches, when you look at your roster, obviously you can see what you have on paper, but then you get the girls out there practice and on the pitch. Talk a little bit about what you've seen so far out of your girls. Obviously you had some veteran returners, some leadership in those areas, but you also have some youngsters that have stepped up and played a big role here in the early going of the season.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very new team, right? We have a lot of great returners that have come in, and they have really stepped up and done a good job of just doing a lot of team building and to get everyone new that's in, and new players being the young freshmen that come in, but we also have a lot of transfers that have come in as well. So in training, like we have, really, really good players, and the key is just teaching them how to play with one another, learning each other's playing styles, and being on the same page there. And for the short amount of time that we've been together, I'm actually really excited to see where we are now, just being such a brand new team and seeing how well they're gelling already. So.
And Coach, this weekend back out on the road, going to San Marcos on Thursday night, and then you've got UTEP on Sunday. Kind of some previews for those two games and kind of what they present to your team.
They're definitely going to be a challenge. Both are going to be very solid teams. They both have done very well in the preseason. So I think that, just preparing for two different styles of play. I know that Texas State has had a lot of success in some really dynamic players. So just learning how to deal with their dynamic players and to play against their style of play. And then, UTEP is it's far. It's a long trip for us. And so, being on the road and dealing and managing with the travel is going to be something that we're going to have to manage and to look at as well.
Awesome, Coach. Appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, no problem.